The Time to Hunt, produced, filmed, and edited by Tyler Bates. Visit our other YouTube channel, Master TNA TV. Animals will or have died in this film, so viewer discretion is advised. Thank you, and please subscribe. Just in case you didn't see the last video, this is the buck I shot on the last day of hunting season. This is what I did with his horns. I'm gonna fair warn you now, this video may make you a little queasy if you don't have a strong stomach. The first thing I do is I take a knife and I cut away the skin. It makes it easier to cut the antlers off. If you remove the ears, they don't get in the way when you're sawing. I then take a saw and I start at the back of the head. It makes for a smoother cut. I then sit down with my skinning knife and begin to remove all the skin. Be careful and just take your time, because it's easy to cut yourself. The hardest part about the whole process is when you get around the horns. Once you get the skin off, go ahead and remove all the other pieces of meat and flesh you can. It's okay if you don't get everything, because we're getting ready to boil it, and it'll make it a lot easier. Once you're done with that, go ahead and get a pot of water and get it boiling. You may want to do this outside or in the garage, because it has the tendency not to smell the prettiest. Go ahead and let it start boiling, and let it boil for about 20 or 30 minutes. You don't want to do it too long, because it'll make the bones soft. After boiling it, the meat and all that stuff comes off a lot easier. You may still need to use your knife to get some of it off. Once again, just be careful and take your time. It's already dead, it's not going nowhere. Once you get off as much as you can, go ahead and take it to the sink and start rinsing it off. I'm just using this Brillo pad and this old sponge. You may want to throw them away when you get done with it. Also using some Dawn dishwashing soap. It's good for removing the grease. After all that scrubbing, they'll come out looking pretty good. After that, I take them back out into the garage and I use a grinder to clean up the edges. Just so you know, it smells absolutely horrible, so do this in a well-ventilated area, outside or in a garage. After that, I take some bleach and pour it into a cup. Make sure you wear gloves when you do this. I take an old rag and I just apply it over the whole skull. Try not to get it on the horns because you don't want to bleach the horns, just the skull. When you're done, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes and then rinse it off with water and let it sit overnight. Next day, I apply a wood varnish with a foam brush. Once again, you may want to wear gloves when you do this. Just try to get a good even coat over the whole thing. When this dries, it'll be a good looking set of horns, guys. It'll really make it pop. After that, go ahead and hang them and let them sit overnight. After all that hard work, you'll have yourself a beautiful set of horns. Thanks for watching The Time to Hunt. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. Thanks again, and please subscribe.